ICE, Its Heavy Burden of an Impossible Mission by Jihad Zenith, who is ICE US. Immigration and Customs Enforcement, ICE, was created in 2003 after the September 11 attacks. Congress passed the Homeland Security Act of 2002, dismantling the old Immigration and Naturalization Service and merging its enforcement arm with parts of the U.S. Customs Service. The result was ICE, a new agency charged with protecting America from terrorists, smugglers, and unlawful immigration. From the beginning, ICE carried a heavy burden to patrol the interior of a vast nation, locate millions of undocumented immigrants, dismantle criminal networks, and secure the homeland. It was an ambitious, nearly impossible mission. What was ICE developed for? ICE's early mandate was clear: investigations into smuggling, trafficking, and visa fraud, detention and deportation of those violating immigration law, national security in a post-9/11 environment. In 2014, ICE hit a peak of 315,000 removals in 1 year, but its mission soon expanded. The focus shifted from catching dangerous offenders to removing workers, parents, and neighbors, people who had built lives in America. 2025, enforcement at a new peak. Now in 2025, ICE is again at center stage. In the first 100 days of the Trump administration, ICE reported 65,000 arrests. By summer, monthly detention figures climbed past 32,000 people, with nearly half having no criminal record. Raids swept through California farms and Los Angeles neighborhoods, provoking fear and protest. Congress approved record funding for detention and deportation. Communities braced for raids that felt more like military operations than routine enforcement. In many cases, people with no convictions, only expired papers, were deported. Parents were pulled from children at schools and bus stops. Families who had lived in the U.S. for decades, paying taxes and contributing to communities, found themselves exiled. One disturbing case came when ICE deported a man to Jamaica, a country he had never lived in. Born on a U.S. Army base in Germany to an American soldier raised in the United States, he knew no other home. Yet through bureaucratic error and rigid enforcement, he was sent to a foreign land with no family, no community, and no future. His case was not unique, but a glimpse into how mechanical ICE's mission has become. This year may rival ICE's historic peaks. But unlike 2014 or 2019, today's escalation comes amid a deeper national anxiety. The demographic fear behind the surge lies a changing America. According to the U.S. Census, the white alone population declined by 6% between 2010 and 2020. Birth rates among white Americans have fallen below replacement, while immigrant communities, especially Latino and Asian, account for most U.S. growth. Between 2023 and 2024, America's population grew nearly 1%, but 93% of that growth came from Hispanics, Asians, and multiracial Americans. The white population actually shrank. By 2044-2045, non-Hispanic whites are projected to fall below 50%. By 2060, they may account for only 43%, while Latinos rise to 28%, Asians to nearly 10%, and multiracial families to more than 10%. These shifts are natural results of birth trends and immigration, but for some they provoke a sense of loss of identity and political control. In that fear, ICE has been given an impossible mission, not merely to enforce laws, but to push back against demographic destiny. The heavy burden. ICE's agents now carry more than badges and warrants. They carry the weight of America's anxieties. Every raid, every arrest, every detention is more than law enforcement. It is a symbol in a struggle over who belongs and what the future looks like. But demographics cannot be handcuffed. Population trends are not stopped by deportation quotas. America is moving toward a multiracial, multi-ethnic majority. The burden of ICE's mission, then, is its futility, tasked with stemming a tide no agency can hold back. And while politicians talk about criminal aliens, the reality is stark. Many deportees are people whose only crime was being born on the wrong side of a border, or worse, trapped in paperwork mistakes. Deporting them does not stop crime or drugs. It only creates broken families, exiles Americans in all but paperwork, and leaves empty chairs at dinner tables. Conclusion: ICE was created to protect the nation after tragedy. 2 decades later, it is asked to manage a fear no agency can contain, the fear of demographic change. Its burden is not only enforcing immigration law, but symbolizing an attempt to hold back history. That is why its mission is impossible. No raid, detention center, or deportation bus can reverse the fact that America is becoming what it has always claimed to be, a nation of many nations. The question is whether the country will face that future with courage and fairness or with walls, fear, and the endless machinery of deportation.